Alright, what is up, guys? It's Sam. And, well, all you guys are like rip and blind spot and whatnot for this tint in the back here. I can actually see pretty much everything out of it. I still have to do a video. I know you guys have been asking, like, how do you check your blind spot, or like updates on it, and you know, how is it driving like this daily. And I'm gonna preface this video with this, and I'm gonna make the video and then rip all the tint off. Basically, I got this nice thing right over here. It's a ticket. I was just minding my own business on my way to school. That's where I am now. I just parked, and I was in the left lane on one of the highways. It's got like 4 lanes, and we're just moving slow, and this motorcycle cop pulls up behind me, and then he pulls me over, all the way over, and in a terrible spot too. I wanted to keep going up to see if I could find a better spot, but he kept pointing to go on the skinny shoulder, which is terrible. And then he gave me this ticket right here, and it says no reconstruction permit. Actually, yeah, nobody's gonna know what that is, but basically recon is kind of like a safety check-ish, but worse. It's basically anytime you do anything to your vehicle, like modified wise, like you put upper control arms, if they're not stock, you need recon. Technically, a lot of people don't do it. If you put the airbags, you need recon. Coils, recon. 2-inch size or larger rims, you need recon. Also, if you put on different size tires, you need recon. So basically that's the recon. It's just to make sure that your car falls within those specs, but really, in my opinion, it's just trying to get more money from car owners, because nowhere else has it, not even on the different islands. Regardless, I got a ticket for not having recon, and the cop asked me if I had recon, and I said yes. And then he asked me, recon, so you have recon papers? And I was like, yep. And he didn't ask for them, he just asked me if I had them. So I said yes, and yup. And then after I said yup for the second time, I held out this red envelope here. Is where I keep all my my insurance, my safety, and my recon papers. And he just walked away. So I don't know how this will work. I guess it's some form of fix-it ticket type thing, because he said I have 21 days to fix the tint on my windows, and then on the lenses, he said, and he pointed to the back of the car. So I assume he means the tail lights. One is, the inner ones are smoked, and the outer ones, those are tinted. So we'll see. Maybe I'll end up taking the tint off that. It's getting kind of old anyways. I did want to redo it. Basically, if you do this in Hawaii, I guess sooner or later you're gonna get caught. I didn't get pulled over for a long time. I had cops behind me before too, like inevitably behind me. Yeah, but this one did. So you can see, I don't know, this is backwards. I'm using the front facing camera. Let me switch it over real quick. Okay, here it is. As you can see, amazing handwriting. I don't know, they all have really hard handwriting to read, unfortunately. I wish that was different. But here is the no reconstruction permit, which I clearly had. It also, when you get the papers for the recon, you are given a sticker, just like a safety check sticker, and it's on my car. So before I take it off, if I end up doing it, I will try to get you guys to see what I'm seeing, and I'll show you how I actually check all the blind spots without head checking or using my rear view. But anyways, we'll cut to that now. Okay guys, so here I'm gonna do I guess a little demonstration on how I used my mirrors to actually see everything. It's kind of hard to explain because like this camera has such a narrow field of vision when you know, your eyes can capture so much more in person, but you guys can get the gist from the mirror at least. So if you see from my driver's side view mirror, I can, you know, I could see the lines on the road and whatnot, or stalls, by looking down and holding my head up. And then if I'm at like my normal driving height, then I can see actually, and where I'm placed right now is here, so you guys can't see it in the video, but in real life, out of the corner of your eye, you can actually see this mirror, and it looks like this. So you can see movement from cars and whatnot, and as you pass the cars, the color and the year, model, make, and whatnot, you'll be able to see in the mirror once you pass it. And then if you need to check your blind spot, you know, right now obviously you cannot see it, and the blind spot's gonna be like right back here, and then you'll come around like this and just lean forward, and then you can see everything up until like about right here. But again, in the video it's hard to see, but by the time you're over here in your peripheral vision, you can actually see up to here if there's a car. So I can see on the driver's side everything from what's right behind my taillight all the way to what's literally right behind in my blind spot with the mirror, and then whatever is over here I can see with my eyes, and then of course whatever is on the side of me, I can see that. And then as for the other side, it's basically the same thing if you set up the mirrors right, and I can actually see what's right behind my passenger taillight. Now if I lean forward again, you can see what happens. Again, I go all the way to the blind spot. So do that again. See the side of the car, and then all the way to my blind spot. You see everything except to, again, right here on this pillar. But you know, if you're looking at it like this, at that point, out of your corner of your eye, not even the corner, more than that, you'll see the car right here. So it's pretty good actually. It's surprisingly easy to see everything. So I would just turn on my blinker and then quickly go like that, nobody. Check right there out of the corner of my eye, nobody, and then I can go. So yeah, that's basically how I was doing it. So now that you know how I was doing it, I just wanted to talk about living with it. It's pretty cool, I gotta say. It's pretty sick to drive around with like just black, you know, nothing in the back. It took a little while, like maybe a week, and then I stopped actually like head checking into nothingness and using my rear view mirror. And then yeah, I made sure my side view mirrors were dialed in, and it was pretty good from there. It really wasn't a problem ever, even parking, since these windows are basically, they're rolled up right now, you know, so they have no tint on it, just like in Japan how it would be. But I had no problem with seeing anything because of the way that I set up the mirrors, and even the lines on the ground and the curb when I park at home. It's easy to see because I have the LED reverse light as well, so even in like 12 o'clock at night, it was really easy to see. And it's pretty cool, like when people come in your car, they're like, holy shit, but they don't really, I guess, enjoy it too much. They think it's cool in the beginning, but after a while, I guess it gets old. And after a while, I mean, like, not even the full car ride, if it's a 30-minute car ride, you know. So like you can't even see anything outside, which is kind of junk. Best. It's also not as safe as having the rear view mirror and being able to head check. Yeah, I can see everything, but it takes me a little bit longer because I have to lean forward. So there's that. That's the bad part about it. As for heat wise, it is amazing at, you know, keeping the car cool. And I guess just keeping the seats nice because they don't get hit by sun a lot. And that last point I wanted to make was that I was running 20% tint before that. Still illegal in Hawaii, but I actually like that a lot better. I had the 20% all the way around. The only thing with that is that if you have like about 20% or lower on the front windows, on the sides, then it becomes really tough to see like lines and curbs when you're parking. And if it's raining, you don't want to open your windows really. So that was bad, and it gets kind of sketchy at some points. If I had to pick between the 0% or the 20%, I would definitely pick the 20%. But I think for now we're gonna be going back to 35s. Whenever I end up getting it tinted again, which hopefully will be decently soon, I will give you guys an update on that. But that was living with 0% tint. I wish I could have done kind of a cooler video for you guys, but this is just basically explaining it. So I hope that answers some of your guys' questions. So if you did like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Press the little bell icon right next to the subscribe button. And stay tuned for the next video.